We had one employee that dropped 26 pounds
Wow.
in 60 days, which was crazy. We had collectively, all the people in the competition did over 25 million steps. So we were wanting to do a wellness campaign for our staff. So over the holiday break with Christmas, everybody usually eats a lot. Doesn't probably exercise as much as they should. Everybody always says when they come back from the holidays, oh, I got to lose some weight. So over the break, we decided to put together a step challenge. Our school district is a small school district, so we only have 46 employees, including myself, and we're a very competitive group of people. So our employees range from age 22 to age 68, I believe. So basically, I was looking for an app that would sync with everybody's phones or watches or whatnot. I was looking for something where I could have a paid subscription and they could have a free, technically, subscription to count their steps, because I didn't want to make everybody have to pay.
Yes.
So out of our 46 staff members, I had 38 who decided to join the competition, which was way more than I thought. I ordered some basic watches for those that needed a watch. Even though you can use your phone to track steps in your health app, I felt like some people would want a watch. So I did that. And then we got everybody to sign up. So they joined in teams of 2. They created a team name. And then we took off for 60 days. And basically, we told them what the prizes were. We offered, for first place, we offered Disneyland tickets. So that was highly desirable. For second place, they got like a polo, kind of like what I'm wearing with an embroidery on it, like some gift cards to like a smoothie place that's local here where they can, have nutritious food. People were just so excited. Throughout the competition, they said, "Thank you for putting this together. This has been so fun." There was some trash talking going on. There was a lot of people meeting their goals. We had one employee that dropped 26 pounds.
Wow.
In 60 days, which was crazy. We had collectively, all the people in the competition did over 25 million steps. People were doing weekend meetups. So, hey, we're going to meet up on Saturday at this one place to walk the bike trail. That was really fun. All this was done in the chat feature, so that was really helpful. Yeah, I'd already shared with one of the developers kind of a couple thoughts, like an export feature with a CSV file for the number of steps would be good. There's a couple other little things that I had shared that might, the talking back and forth via communication for the app was great. Normally I don't get answers from app developers, so that was really nice to be able to actually have a conversation and share with them. But no, it was a great experience. Our staff loved it. Even after we were done, they were just saying thank you for putting this together. It was really easy, super easy to get registered on the Strive app, like extremely. And yeah, it was super fun.
Before using the Strive app, have you ever tried any other like wellness apps or programs?
No, we have, through our insurance company, that a lot of us have insurance through a health insurance company. There's really no apps that are sponsored. So no, I can't think of one, to be honest with you.
And what made you choose specifically Strive? How did you come across Strive?
I was searching online for different apps and I downloaded like 4 of them. I couldn't tell you all the 4 I downloaded, but I downloaded 4 of them and I signed up for all of them. And I just looked at the user interface and I was like, this one's going to be the easiest. I can send a join text message. It allowed for people to pay the $4 and upgrade to a premium if they wanted to. And then people that didn't want to didn't have to. So I thought that was helpful. I think that, I'm trying to think, there's one obstacle. No, the only obstacle there was on the iPhone. You have to go into your settings and make sure that there's like a priority for what takes your steps and how it reports it. But that wasn't necessarily a Strive issue. That was more of a Apple issue. So yeah, out of the 4 apps, I ended up choosing it. It was great, and it worked like it was supposed to.
That's amazing. And how was it to onboard the staff members onto this new initiative?
Yeah, I actually made a video and sent everybody a video and told them we're doing a competition. So it went to all their cell phones during Christmas break. So then they already started collaborating on their teams. And then to onboard them, I believe I sent like kind of a screen recording of what to do. And then so they could watch it, sent the app to them. And then if they couldn't figure it out on their own, then I basically asked if they could come to my office, and I helped them out with it.
Amazing. And were there like any members that were struggling with like the motivation, the connection, or the stress around the competition itself? How was like the community aspect of, the competitions you did with the Strive app? Did you notice any changes in like, for example, in the employees, their moods, how they would show up, how they would connect throughout this competition?
Oh yeah, people were funny. So, like we have yard aides that watch the yard when the kids play. So they would kind of be in their area and they would just walk back and forth. And secretary in the office, she has to be at the front desk obviously to greet people. She would walk backwards 3 steps, forward 3 steps, backward 3 steps until she had to like do something on the computer, answer a call. We had our staff member that won. She had I think almost 3 million steps. It was crazy, or 2.5 million. She said that at home her kids would ask her why she wasn't sitting down during TV while they were watching TV, and she would just standing there marching in place. So yes, people were waiting. People would walk on breaks. People would take their class for a walk. We're in a very like kind of rural area in the middle of, I don't want to say the middle of nowhere, but far away, and there's agriculture all around us. So some people would just go and leave campus and walk down the road, through the orchard. And then people's activities. So people would see each other's activities, and that would motivate them, to get their own activity done. So yeah, it was very competitive. A lot of people on campus moving around. You could definitely tell something was going on. So
That's amazing. That's awesome. And we're all, or most of the staff members doing the competition?
yeah, we only had like 7 not do it. So yeah, it was a very high turnout. I only thought like 15 would do it, but we had 38. So we had two guys that were on the same team. They both wanted to lose 20 pounds each. So one of them, I guess his clothing sizes reduced so much he had to go buy new clothes. The other one, you can just tell noticeably that he was in better shape for sure, just even in the way his face looked. There were some people that said that they were going on walks with their spouses, and so they developed those habits. So it's something they're still doing right now. So not only are they active, but their spouse is more active or their family's more active. We had some people talk about getting better sleep because they're feeling healthier. So there were a lot of positive outcomes, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, amazing. And that trickles into everything, right? When you're feeling better, you're sleeping better, you can work better, you're happier.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That was
And
the whole
did you,
point.
yeah, exactly. And did you ever like do multiple challenges or extend it, or are you thinking of doing that in the future?
Honestly, I have no clue. We did, what did we do last year? We did something with healthier eating habits last year, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like a online competition or anything like that. So I'm not really sure. I'll have to think about that. We have so many things going on right now because it's spring. There's already enough stuff happening, but we may consider doing something else in the future.
And how much time did it take you to manage the challenge itself? Were you managing it on your own? Were you like participating, making sure everyone was on track?
That's a good question. I would say initially getting everybody set up and ready to go was the hardest part. Only because, like I said, not everybody knew how to go and access their settings. So most people who have iPhones didn't even know they had a health app. Androids were a little bit harder for me to navigate because I don't have an Android personally, so that definitely took a little more time. So I would say altogether from setup, from plan to like execution, I probably had to spend, getting everybody registered on it, probably spent, a total of like 10 hours getting everything in a good spot. And then what I did is the Strive app team would send me the CSV file like once a week, and then I was able to quickly, because everybody was on a team, so I couldn't see who was in the lead just by looking at the app. I had to put their team scores together, so I was able to drop that into a spreadsheet, and that would take me like 20 minutes a week just to update the results, and then I'd send out a graphic that showed everybody who was in the lead to the chat. And then when the competition was over, I encouraged everybody to put a comment in the chat about what goals they met, how it made them feel. So like I said, people shared some things on there about how it helped them and change their life. So yeah, I would say not a ton of time, but definitely, I mean, it took time, but it wasn't annoying, I guess you can say. So.
And would you recommend this group plan to other schools or organizations?
Oh yeah, I already shared it with some people for sure. I already shared it
Nice.
with a couple of neighboring school districts. So
Cool. Awesome. And do you feel like this was worth the investment?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was great because, like you said earlier, people are happier, healthier. They're better employees when they're healthy. So if they're stressed out, they handle stress better. It definitely helps the work environment.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. And did you personally see any changes in yourself, like in your walking habits, your wellness habits?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why I brought the competition is everyone knows me as someone who's active. So I'm always on my bike, or I'm always running or walking or swimming. So, I mean, for me, I mean, they know that I have expectations for. I want everybody to be healthy and live a good life, you know. So I think that part of my intrinsic motivation, you know, came off, you know, to them. I did not do the competition; I just facilitated it.
Mhm.
I had like 5 people say, "You want to be on my team?" I said, "I'm not. Sorry, I can't be on your team." So yeah, no, it was definitely fun, and I think leading by example. I try to live a decently healthy lifestyle, so I think that helps, you know.
Yeah, for
So
sure. I mean, you said it, leading by example, like that's one of the best ways to get people to do something when you're the one initiating and you're actually practicing what you preach. And I
mhm.
think also the fact that you initiated this, like there's a lot of corporations, there's a lot of companies who they may have tried wellness programs, but they don't really care about their employees as much as perhaps you do, because you know how it feels to be healthy and to be active. So I
Yeah.
think that made it also a big difference, you know. Um, awesome. And two last questions. What
Yep.
surprised you the most about using the Strive app or Strive in general, the company?
The response was great. Like I said, getting feedback and email back was pretty amazing. And then it was super easy to set it up. Honestly, it was really easy to send everybody an invite code. Almost too easy. So,
Last thing I want to ask you, if you had to describe Strive in one sentence to another school or anyone, what would you say?
an easy wellness competition from start to finish.